All right, apologies for the weird lighting and the weird location. I'm doing this on short notice because I just got this thing and I kind of wanted to get this out the door while I've got my first impressions. So this is my first impressions of the Marsupial Gear camera bag. I believe that's what it's called. Yep, Marsupial Gear camera bag, okay? First impressions of this, let's talk about size. It is large, but guess what? My camera gear is large as well. So I really think they did a good job of making this thing as compact as possible when you're talking about camera gear, especially if you get a large lens in here. This fits my A7C. I do all Sony stuff, so this fits my A7C very nicely. It even has room to spare in there where I can stuff like something in the side, like a flag or something like that, to keep that thing from sloshing around. But also, I have a 300 millimeter lens on this camera in particular. This is my long camera lens as well as my photography lens. My main camera is that videography lens that I'm filming on right now, and that fits in here. We'll call it snug, but it fits in here to where it doesn't move around and it closes fully. So I think that they did an incredible job of making this the correct size. It also fits my old camera pretty well. Let's see, and this thing even has a cage on it. So yeah, it fits my old camera with a cage on it. So just dropped my A7C there. Yeah, it's the perfect size, I think. Little bit of context. I've been looking for a camera bag that could serve as a chest rig. I am weird. I like to go out in the woods with my friends and film them doing cool shit like bow hunting or rifle hunting or something like that, or go to 3 archery shoots and film them while they're doing it. So I've always dreamed of like the perfect camera chest rig. I don't like to have my camera anywhere else. I either have it in my hand or I want to put it in something where it's secure. I don't really like stuff being on my legs or my belt because then it just pulls my pants down and I don't like that happening. The only thing that comes with this is what you see here, this bag, okay? Or the actual enclosure, this right here. I took this off of one of my old bino harnesses and put it on there. It's got loops, Cordura loops on here. So you can put buckles on there and turn it into a chest rig. And I'm a big dude, so I'm 6'2" right now, about 230 pounds. So I'm kind of a large dude. And even though I am a large dude, I don't think that this looks ridiculously, totally gargantuan on me. So I actually think this is a really, really good size. And if I'm running around with the camera, I like to either have it in my hand or in something like this. And I've pretty much been dreaming of the perfect chest rig for a camera. And I think size-wise, it fits the bill. This looks really large. If you do it from side view, it kind of looks really large. But I was walking around with it yesterday at one of my archery programs, and it didn't feel like it was anything other than a chest rig. So that's a positive of this thing being so large. It didn't feel like it hindered me in any way, shape, or form. And in fact, I didn't have to carry a camera around the whole time. I just stuffed it in here like so. Right there. It just sits in there. And then when you need it, you just pull it out, start shooting. So I really think that the size, the form factor is really good. I like to have my chest rig really tight to my chest and kind of high up, so that sometimes I can rest my camera on it, and it saves my hands like this. So I think it's perfect size for what it is. I think a lot of people would probably say that this is too big and ridiculous, but for me, it doesn't really matter to me. This is almost perfect size if I was going to have a camera rig on my chest. Construction, this thing is made by Marsupial Gear, so everything looks extraordinarily well made. I don't even see, sometimes on some of this stuff where you get stitching in Cordura and stuff like that, I see like extra stitches that are sticking up. I don't see a single stitch that's sticking up out of this thing. Inside, you've got this right here to sort of protect the back of your camera, I guess. Or if you were going to put it in upside down, it would, that's not going to work. You can't put it in upside down if you've got a Sony a7C. So this is going to protect the back of your camera. So if you've got your screen flipped up like that, it's going to protect that. It's also going to protect your eyepiece right here if you have one. You've got an internal pouch right here where you can put batteries or maybe an extra ND filter of some kind. Or you could put memory cards up here, okay? That fits pretty much perfectly. Bank of memory cards that are in a waterproof case. That's all you need. And also you've got like a little table up here where you can put your memory cards on while you change your memory cards out of your camera. So that's really, really nice. I wouldn't put batteries up in here because then if you close it, it's going to smack on the top of your screen. These screens are pretty durable, but you just never know. You've got side pouches here for extra batteries and stuff like that. I mean, I have 4 batteries in here, or I had 4 until I put one in here. I had 4 batteries in here and there was still room to put extra stuff. So these things on the sides are very deep. They go all the way down to the bottom of the pouch. So only thing I can think of is maybe when you're searching for something down in there, it might get a little deep, but then again, you just use your 2 fingers, and I'm not going to be putting anything in here that is really, really small. So pouches on the side, pouches up top. You also have a pouch or a little pocket right here behind, in between your chest and the bino harness that I don't know if my phone will fit in there. It's kind of tight. It is zippered. Yep, it will. Phone fits in there, and I have a S25 Plus, so with a phone case on it. So that will fit in there very, very nicely. So you can put your phone back here. You can put anything you want back here. The one thing that kind of bothers me about this is the tongue flap. Kind of feels like a cartoonish tongue flapping. And there is no magnet. There's no way to secure it down like that. So it just flops up and down. I know that this rig was kind of made to fit on your belt or on your backpack and stuff like that for carrying your camera. I use it a little bit differently. So that's probably why they didn't include a magnet or like a little latch on here to keep this thing down. But I would have definitely appreciated a magnet or some sort of loop and a latch to keep this thing down. But that's sort of just a little bit, I don't think that they intended this to be carried on your chest. I think this is made for your leg, your belt, or your backpack. So I use this thing a little bit differently than maybe some other people would. But that being said, like I said about the size, this thing fits on my chest perfectly, and it doesn't feel out of place. It doesn't feel cumbersome. It doesn't feel like I have a refrigerator on the front of my chest. So yeah, other than that, the zippers are very, very nice to use. It's very easy to open up. There you go. And the inside of this has sort of the same Alcantara. I don't know. Some sort of fuzzy material to protect your glass and stuff like that. So it's throughout the entire inside of the bag. So that's very, very nice. Yeah, that's my initial impressions of this. You've got a nice carrying handle right here for if you're gonna carry it around, but I'm gonna mainly put this on my chest for the elk hunt that I'm gonna be filming my buddy Adam on. Hopefully we get one, but I know my buddy Gump is gonna buy one of these to run the B camera. I'm gonna be on the A camera. So we're going to be running around the woods, and I won't need binos because if I'm filming somebody hunting, I'm probably not going to be glassing anyways. And in the spot that he's going to be hunting, I don't think there's going to be a lot of glassing opportunities, so I won't have to run binoculars. If I do, I'll just put it in my backpack and with a tripod, since I'm going to be carrying a camera anyways, and we'll just go from there. So I really like this thing. You've got a Velcro thing up here for if you want to put an American flag or some kind of other patch on there. That's it. That's the Marsupial Gear camera bag initial review or initial impression, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.